Hey everyone, this is Andrew Wicklund with PRC Software. Today, I just recently did a video on kind of our import mechanisms and our data input methods. Today I'm going to go through and look at how do you get reports out of the system fast and how do you build dashboards and things of that nature. So this is something we're really proud of. I'm going to just log into the system here real quick. And you'll see, first of all, a dashboard came up. What we're going to do is build a new dashboard from scratch. And you'll notice on each one of these, with these dashboards, if I hit this check button and hit the Microsoft Word button or the PowerPoint button, it's going to write my report for me. The Word report will come out with a full narrative. And if you don't like how we wrote the narrative, you can rewrite it in the report section, and then it will always come out exactly how your company or you want it to. So, first of all, let's go into the reporting section. And in the reporting section in the PRC, the Enterprise Risk Register, when you look, so I'm just on a small sample project. We've got all of the reports organized to the left-hand side. So you've got like overall risk reports. So those are risk reports that would include threats and opportunities. So if I go into here and do it by score, you can see I've got 2 opportunities here that show up in green, and then these are my threats in red. I mean, a normal risk register will have anywhere between, maybe 15 to 100 risk events, depending on the size of the project and whether it's really a program and there's multiple areas. So what I'm going to do is, I like this report. I'm going to click Add to Dashboard, and then I'm going to say Test Dashboard, and today is 6/30/2025. And I'm going to click Save. And we're going to go find a few more reports. So let's look at the total risk count. I like this one. Okay, we'll add that to the dashboard. So now that I've created a new dashboard, all I have to do is look in here and say, okay, which one do I want to add it to? So I've got about 4 in here. So I'm going to click, and then I'm going to click Save. It's a Monte Carlo one. Let's see. Cost percentages. Let's do this cumulative curve here. So it does a little bit of a Monte Carlo in the system. We're going to add that to the dashboard. And let's add a mitigation report. Let's see, mitigation steps past due. Oh, we got quite a few of them past due. That's not a good thing. But we'll add that to the dashboard. 4 is good enough for now. We'll just add these 4. Each dashboard can have up to 6 reports in it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my dashboards. And from this drop down, now I've got this test dashboard 6/30/2025. And you'll notice as soon as I hit it, it comes up. I can reorganize them with the little arrows here. The way we reorganize that might have come from looking at Yahoo Fantasy Golf back in the day. So, but it's real easy to flip them around to whatever direction you want. So now you've got this dashboard set up. I'm going to click this yellow icon here to set as the default dashboard. So now this is my default dashboard. So from here, now I mentioned before, if I hit this check all button, it puts a check on each one of these reports. You don't have to do them all at once. You can do them one at a time. But what it does is anything that you have check marked, and there's a check all and uncheck all is what those are. Now it's gonna load up my Word report as I talked about. The PowerPoint, let's go ahead and generate the PowerPoint as well, so you can see them both. While those are both generating, but while Office is loading up, what I'm going to do is just go over this last icon here. So the one before that is just if you want to download all the pictures to a zip file. The PowerPoint puts the pictures in a PowerPoint slide deck. The Word report has a narrative, and it'll also have data tables below all of these. So, you know, if you're given a full risk report, you know, it's the Word report. The PowerPoint slide deck, and here you can see the PowerPoint slide deck. Your logo will go up in the top left. And as you see, as we go through here, it's got all of my pictures. They come right out. Now, when I go to the Word report, now this tornado chart, it shows, here's my top threats by score. Here's my top opportunities by score. On my Monte Carlo type data, it's showing me I've got a P50 and a P80 selected. You can see that's where the starbursts are on the Monte Carlo chart there. So you can see those are highlighted. I've got 157 days of duration, exposure, etc. When you look at duration on a Monte Carlo, this is separated from the schedule. So you'd really want to put in like critical path slippage that you would expect. Cost, $1 is $1, a pound is a pound, etc., etc., euro is a euro. So when we're doing cost from this system, the cost is a little simpler than when you're looking at schedule duration slippage. Anyway, everything comes right out. You can see there's narrative, there's data tables, the whole 9 yards here. So I'm going to close that. Let's close this PowerPoint as well. So I've got those both saved. They went to my download folder. Now from here, if I click this share button, this allows me, if I have the access, I can put a name in for this dashboard and give global access to it. So that way, any user would be able to get access this as long as they have access to the dashboards. You can see in here, I've got a couple that are saved as global. So I have like test DB global. So now, really easy to create these. If you applied a filter before you put the report, you just click on this button and it would show you any filter that was applied. There was no filters. We didn't filter anything. Now, from the left here, drill down. I'm going to drill into this report. Now, once I've drilled into the report, a couple neat things. First of all, this is a very drill down friendly product. So you're going to see anywhere there's a hypertext link. Some of them you can click directly on the, so I'm going to click just on the bar right there, and I wanted it to drill into this risk event. So you can click on the hypertext link, or also inside of the report, you can click directly on one of the bars as well. So different reports drill down to different levels. So some of them go further than others. So if I said, hey, if I'm looking at my risk matrix, and here's my risk matrix, I see that I've got one risk up here in the 10. What is that risk? And it's going to drill me into a spreadsheet. If there had been 10 risks in the red, it would have shown them all there in that view. The one last thing I want to show you is, like I said earlier, if you don't like the report as we wrote it, like whether it's the narrative, the colors, anything else, you just click into this chart settings right here. There's a couple quick filters here. So if I said, well, I only want to see pre-mitigated, I only want to see post-mitigated, I can do that real quickly. But the chart settings allow me to change all the colors. It also allows me to change this narrative. So, and these are buttons that will allow you, to put in like the project cost automatically, the project name, the project owner. So there's buttons to actually add things that will pull from the database. But if you didn't like what we wrote, you simply, I'm going to type a bunch of stuff. Maybe I hit a couple buttons here, project scope category, the business unit, the status. I change a color to change pre-mitigated to red. And then I just click this save chart as. And now the next time, if I save this, I'm not going to save it this time. But when I save it, then everything's going to pop out of the system from the dashboard or the reports where you see you can export to Word or PowerPoint on the side here. That's just for the single chart. So that was a quick overview of the reporting mechanism and the outputs. Hopefully everyone enjoys.